Happy Monday, Juneteenth, where everything's closed today. I'm not. I'm still working, obviously. Went to the gym, got my legs done. Going to be limping for a couple days, so that was pretty good. I had a good Father's Day. Uh, did some camera work. Uh, took a nap. Needed a nap. It was pleasant. I mean, I could have been taking a nap on a beach, but no. By the time I was done with my camera work, it was already 12:30, 1 o'clock. So afterwards, we went to Cheeseburger Factory, Cheesecake Factory, and had a cheeseburger. And it was a French dip cheeseburger. And it was pretty damn good. I never thought to do that. I enjoy a good French dip. I grew up with it. It was my mom's favorite, or it is my mom's favorite. And it would be like a special night. So it was nostalgic at the same time. My dad is walking around on a cane. And last time we went to visit with him, he was moving pretty slow because he's older. And I was like, let's go Luke Slow Walker. And we kind of had a good chuckle about it. So this year I sent him a couple lightsabers. it was pretty funny. It was, yeah. So he goes, "Hey son, that was very thoughtful of you. Thank you very much." And so at least we had a good laugh about it, right? Today, our three things we need to know is U.S. home builder sentiment improves, is getting better. Banks are spooked at getting stingy about loans, and commercial real estate may affect residential real estate, and that's what we'll talk about. I have a new thing that I want to introduce. I was at a car wash yesterday. No, Saturday. I was showing a house down on Morgan Hill, so I thought I'd go and grab a car wash for my truck because it had bugs all over it. And while I was there, you go through the car wash and they have all these tchotchkes to buy. And I left my phone in the truck, so I was like, oh, I need to do something. So I'm wandering around, and then I see this book right here. Did you know Haunted San Jose? This is an awesome book. And I'll tell you right now, I don't make any money off of this. I want you to go. It's a great quick read. You can spend hours into it, or you can spend 10, 15 minutes and get some really great information. It's at historypress.com. Historypress.com. Look for this. This author has written like 3 or 4 books that I saw, but History San Jose. And what I want to do is go through each one of these as a separate video, but I think it's a great little buy. So if you're interested, you'll be seeing this on TikTok. And all I'm going to do is talk about each thing. Like Santa Teresa Gull Neck Park, the one with the chicken ranch. Did you know that that's haunted? Yeah, we'll talk about that. Pretty cool. All right, another thing that's fun. Last year, 2 years ago, my kids got me this for Christmas. And, I don't do calendars, but I thought, how fun would it be to talk about what's going on this day in history? And it's the History Channel. Go get these. I'm not going to do this every day, so go get your own calendar. I don't make money off of this. I don't care. But this day, June 19th, 1941, the U.S. Army Air Corps begins training the famed Tuskegee Airmen. On July 19th, 1941, the Tuskegee Air Base opened in Alabama. The U.S. Army Air Corps began, the U.S. Army Corps began, that's a typo, began training black pilots. In January 1941, the War Department had formed an all-black 99th Pursuit Squadron of the U.S. Army Air Corps to be trained using single-engine planes at the segregated Tuskegee Army Airfield. In total, 992 pilots graduated from the Tuskegee Airfield course, and collectively those pilots would go on to earn more than 850 medals of service for bravery. Nothing like the movie. These guys, these men of men, sacrificed. They were one of the highest casualty rate squadrons of all the U.S. Air Corps at the time. I know we had the bombers and all that, but individually speaking, those men set up and saved so many lives by doing that. So if you watch this, thank you for your service and your sacrifice. All right, on to the fun stuff. U.S. home builder sentiment is building. Let's go to this one right here on Reuters. And I have the links down below. If you don't see it, ask me. I'm happy to send them to you. April 17th. We're seeing, while the market was dipping, home builders were being creative, right? Because they have way more equity. They can do a lot more with what equity they had. They were offering points to sell, to lower the rates. They were offering credits. They were offering extra upgrades. They were doing all these things, mad, crazy things. And I sold one house during the downturn, and it's still a standard practice. The negative thing about buying a brand new house is you get smaller land, right? So I have 1/6 of an acre. Typically with new homes, you get a lot smaller. It's very small, right? Some people say it's like a postage stamp size lot. The positive thing is it's the newest, trendiest build. So the architecture is taller ceilings, more bedrooms, more bathrooms, more storage, right? Laundry where it makes sense, not in the garage, those types of things. So, but also it comes with negatives. Like when we did this, I asked that we do a property inspection, and I felt like the other sales rep kind of straight-armed me. They closed the deal without us having to do an inspection. And yes, you should always do an inspection on a new house. Can't say that they'll protect you. They're there to sell you a product. And the reason why you use an agent is to make sure that we do that. The next time I do it, I'm going to make sure that we do this. But here's the thing. When you get 2 or 3% to drop the rate, you're getting closing costs for credit. You're getting upgrades included in that sales price. The sales price remains the same, but you're getting a whole lot more value for it. When things tighten up, when things go faster, and there's more house and more sales being done, and there's more competition to buy those properties, that kind of goes away. So that's a great time to do it. If you want to learn more about it, give me a call. I'm happy to walk you through the whole process. Okay. The next thing, banks are spooked at getting, so the big banks are pulling out. They have been pulling out for quite a while. This was April, but it's still one of those things where it's still, the lenders are taking a little bit more time to get you approved. They're taking a lot more time dotting the I's and crossing the T's and making sure that you're fully approved. When it was a hot market, just like it was back in 2008, 2009, they were making sure you could fog up a mirror to close a loan. Back in the last couple of years, they were doing their due diligence, but they were loosening up guidelines. Now those guidelines are tightening, which makes it more difficult. You have to have better credit, more reserves, more down payment, more income, better, all that other stuff that goes into that. So we're still seeing the after effects of that, even now that the market's picking up again. Okay. The third thing is commercial real estate may affect residential real estate. And what I'm hearing is billionaires are starting to offload their residential holdings. They might own 40, 50, 60 residential homes, and they're starting to sell it. The reason why is their commercial holdings, let's say that they own a strip mall or a warehouse or what have you, those loans are being tightened up, and commercial loans are a little bit different than a standard 30-year mortgage. They're typically 5 years, and every 5 years they become mature, and you have to either refinance them or buy them out or pay it off. And typically you don't pay off a commercial loan. You just don't. You just pay the debt service on it and you let it ride, because equity builds over time, and it's just a normal thing. So I would rather get rid of 40 homes than a commercial building, because a commercial building has a whole lot more equity into it. And if I lose a little bit on my residential, yeah, but I'm going to hold on to my commercial holdings to do whatever I can. There's a lot more play you can do with it. There's a lot more strategy you can do with it. That's not the purpose of this this discussion right now. But with residential, it's you buy, hold, fix, flip, or become a landlord, right? Those are your options. There's some other things you can do to it. You can add on, you can do all sorts of crazy things to it. But typically, as an investor, that's what you look at. So what you're going to see is a little more influx of real estate in markets where they might not be performing, just to let you know. Okay, so just keep that in your mind. HomeBot, if you want to know the value of your, this is a plug. If you want to know the value of your home, knock it in there. They send you an email once a week or once a month, and yeah, it's a great way to know what's going on. Just click the link down below. We have a Homebuyer Workshop that we put together a while back, and it walks you through the entire process, kind of gives you off the cuff, non-salesy, very easy approach to why you should own a house and legacy and all that other stuff. I went to the Gilroy Garlic Festival. After I showed my house on Saturday, I went and washed my car, picked up the Haunted San Jose book, and then I went down to the Garlic Festival, and I just walked through for 20 minutes, and it was a blast. We'll shut that down. But if you know anything about me, I love looking at these old cars. That's going to be my retirement project to keep my mind moving. I'm going to buy an old piece of crap car, fix it up. These guys take so much love and care into these cars, and you can see how they buy it, and then over years they just do one little thing, and the next thing you know, they have these beautifully, completely remodeled cars that are a bit of nostalgia. They're a bit of Americana. They're a bit of our culture of what makes America amazing, right? I mean, never in our lifetime did we ever think we were going to see a Camaro like that, or will we ever see one again, or a Bel Air, or an El Camino, or a Mustang. I think that's a Mustang right there. And to be able to see these parts of history and just experience it and talk to the owners and see all the pride that they put into it, and the work and the sweat and tears that they put into it, and the money, because it's a lot of money to fix this stuff up. You know, it's just enjoyable to see them do that. That's a great coffee shop, by the way. I mean, that's not the next one down the road is one I'm kind of lost here. There's a Corvette. There's some old Corvettes here. I want to see if I can find them. I'm on my way back, I think. Is that it? Yeah, no, this is it right here. So this is an old 57, 56 Corvette, and then they put a brand new engine in it. Look at that thing. Isn't that amazing? Holy cow. It's such a beautiful car. And there were three of them. That light blue one, this dark blue one. This is the guy that would come out and talk to me about what's going on. And then the cream colored one. It's not a brand new engine like this, but look at that. If you don't know what you're doing, that thing is a death machine. But if you're just running around showing off, man, I mean, just imagine riding in one of those things and understanding how powerful that is, but how much energy and time and skill you put into this to make it look as beautiful as that is. And that paint job, oh man, I tell you, it was gorgeous. I could spend 3 months looking at car shows like this. These are so beautiful. Look at that Shelby over there. So I have the link down below. You don't have to watch the whole thing. I'm not going to walk through this entire thing. That's a Lambo, I think. I'm not super interested in newer cars, but look at that. Wouldn't it be awesome to take a car like that that's rusted out, hasn't been touched in 50, 60 years, put some love into it? Let's see if we can fast forward this here. I mean, every detail that they could put into it just makes it so smooth and so beautiful. Anyway, all right. I shan't bore you anymore. I'm Vito Scarnecchio with Abitano. We'll see you out there.